I'm going to spend this vlog telling you how I made this. Straighten the bow tie. Hello to all of my regular viewers, and hello, hopefully, to those of you who got there through Threadbanger. I spent this weekend making a really cool Tardis bag. There we go. Straighten it out. Ta-da! I'm a really big fan of Doctor Who, especially from the David Tennant era. But I like Matt Smith too, which is why I'm doing this vlog with a bow tie. So now, between this and my sonic screwdriver, I am all set for the Daleks. So I'll give you a basic rundown of how I made this. I saw this bag on Etsy and really wanted it, but I don't have a source of income or an allowance, so how am I going to get it? Well, fortunately, I can sew. It's actually a pretty simple pattern to make. My sister had this really great book of patterns on how to make a lot of different things, and most of them were for girls, but there was one for boys, and it was how to make a messenger bag, laptop carrying case kind of thing. It was very, very padded and bulky, but I made one in the style of a World War II army bag. So this is that one, right here. The pattern that my bag was in was the Berta style sewing handbook. As you can tell from the cover, there are quite a lot of dresses. But look, that's my bag, right there. Well, not my bag, but the one that I used for the pattern from my, that's not me. But that's a really cool book that has a lot of great stuff to wear if you're a girl. I did the pattern, but I didn't use any of the stuffing. I made it out of a very strong green material. So I really didn't have to use a lot of layers or patterns or thickness because the stuff isn't going to go anywhere. Then on the sides, it has a pocket on each side with a piece of nylon stretchy that goes over a button, and that's how you keep the pockets down. And the pockets are pretty big. If I wanted to, I could fit my entire hand in there. Not too bad. Of course, I have really big hands. Now, to keep my green army bag fashioned, I did this. I cut out a triangle of a piece, like this, and then hand put in all the different rivets at different sizes, depending on how large the load you're carrying is. Then I took another piece of fabric, this one right here, and sewed an old belt buckle into it, so that it can fasten and hold relatively heavy loads. Books from the library, a laptop, that kind of thing. I used the same pattern for my army bag as this one, except I changed the material. At the fabric store, the only material that they had in the right kind of Tardis blue color was very thin. So I had to go with the original pattern and pad it. So it's all stuffed, it's quilted. It's a pretty nice color for a Tardis, I think. I really like making this pattern because it's really simple. You have one large rectangular piece that is your front, your bottom, and the flap that goes up overhead. And then that just goes down over the front of it like that. Each side has the same pockets, except to make it look smoother, I didn't add the buttons. It was just a piece of sticky Velcro. And then to attach the strap, it is a little spare piece of fabric that I hemmed, and then sewed the two edges together, and then attached a plastic little, I don't know what that's called, buckle, but it's a little latchety attacher thing for a backpack, I guess. And then this off of a book bag. It's just a padded shoulder strap made out of leather. For the words and the letters and the windows, I took a piece of felt and then did a very tight zigzag stitch. Then I measured out exactly where I wanted to be, pinned them in place, and then sewed them. I got some footage of that. And that is basically how I made this. Messenger bag patterns are pretty easy to find, so if you think that you can find a messenger bag pattern and then just do it in blue and then get some felt or just white fabric. So if you have a sewing machine that can do embroidery, or you just have your own embroidery machine, just do this and sew it on. It's a pretty interesting project, especially for us Doctor Who fans. And thank you a lot to my sister for holding the camera. So I hope that seeing this project and how really easy and non-complicated it is has inspired you to go out and try some cool artsy, craftsy stuff, hopefully Doctor Who related. I've been subscribed to Threadbangers ever since they did a co-op with Indie Mogul. Indie Mogul used to have been being the show that taught you how to make cool props and stuff from science fiction films, but now mostly about lighting. It's still kind of cool though. But ever since I did that steampunk pair up with Indie Mogul teaching how to make the goggles and Threadbanger teaching me how to do the sewing and the costumes and stuff, I've been subscribed. I haven't really regretted it. So bye to my regular viewers, and bye to, hopefully, for those fans from the Threadbanger. If you like my channel, I do a lot of props and songs and vlogs about stuff, mostly Doctor Who and Star Trek and kind of nerdy stuff. Subscribe right there. Annotation! And yeah, check out some of my other videos. Okay, bye! You're right, that's gonna look like crap. Yeah. It'll be funny though.